Hi, EC friends and family. It's Tara Carlson, one of the speech-language pathologists here at the preschool. I'd like to share with you today a few tips and tricks about how to read books with your child. Books can be an excellent speech and language development tool for you to use at home with your young one. Books are excellent at modeling grammar and language structures for your child. They are excellent so that they can hear all the speech sounds that you are able to produce that they can practice. It also helps to work on concept development and understanding words like in and on and under. It helps them to answer WH questions. Who is sleeping? Who is jumping? Where are they? What is happening? Those types of questions. I'd like to start today with one of my favorite books. As I said, this is one of my favorite books. It's called The Napping House. So when I would show this to the children, I would say, we're going to read the book, The Napping House. And I would point to those words because they're big and bold and the kids can learn to pick out those words. When we open up, I would start already with the first page asking questions. Ooh, what is the weather like outside? And if they don't know, or maybe they don't have those words, you could say, is it raining or sunny? And then they can choose one of those two options. As I read books with children, I always change my voice. Monotone is not your friend when it comes to reading books. So let me demonstrate to you. There is a house, a napping house, where everyone is sleeping. And in that house, there is a bed, a cozy bed in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. One of the excellent things about this book is that the text builds on itself. So as you read each page, it adds just another piece of information. As you go on, your child will get used to the way that the text works, and they will be able to start reading it along with you. Another thing that's great about books is that you can stop at any time and ask as many questions as you would like. You could say something like, who is on the bed? A great WH question, and you could talk about that. Then you could say, who is on the floor? And you could talk about that. You could talk about, are they awake or are they asleep? Is it daytime? Is it nighttime? There are so many concepts you can work on with this book, or really any book. The text goes on. And on that bed, there is a granny, a snoring granny on a cozy bed in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. And this book is also great because there's always clues on the page. So you can start talking about, who do you think will climb in that bed next? And who is still on the floor? Who is in the bed? So you can work on in and on and out of the chair, things like that, off of the chair, all sorts. The story goes on, and if you're not familiar with it, eventually everybody winds up climbing on the bed, and then eventually they wake up. And one by one they wake up, and then everyone goes outside to play. It's an excellent book. This is the last book I'll talk about today. All of these books are just generic general books that you can use with your child. I picked them out because they had fun, different types of things that you can do with them. The Napping House is excellent for WH questions as well as concepts and a text that builds upon itself. The Pout Pout Fish is one of my favorites for using different voices so that you can start working on pronouns as well as vocabulary with ocean animals and things like that. But lots of our students have a hard time with he and she, and so using your voice to show a she, like the slender silver swimmer that's in our book, helps them to make that connection. So I would read this book something like this: The Pout Pout Fish. Another thing that's great about this book is it has kind of a sing-songy quality, and kids love that when you can sing along with a book. So I would read this something like, deep in the water where the fish hang out lives a glum, gloomy swimmer with an ever-present pout. So your child might not know the words glum or gloomy, but just by using your face and your voice, they can start to understand that it's not a happy feeling to be glum and gloomy. And pout. I always, if there's something going on like that in the book, I have the children show me with their face. Can you show me mad? Can you show me surprised? Can you show me pouty? Things like that. I'm a pout fish with the pout face, so I spread the dreary wearies all over the place. And then this book just begs for fun vocal qualities. Blub, blub, blub. That's a repeating phrase throughout the book. Along comes a clam with a wide winning grin, a pearl of advice for her pal to take in. Hey, Mr. Fish with your crosstown frown, don't you think it's time to turn it upside down? See how I did that with my voice? I let them know that her means female. It means for a girl clam. And the book goes on, and every time he has a reason why he's so glum and he's so gloomy. And then every time there's a blub, blub, blub. There are so many wonderful books out there, and all of them have something unique to offer to you and your child's language and speech development. Books are excellent for expanding utterance length. They are excellent for introducing vocabulary. They are wonderful for working on concept words and WH questions, as well as focusing on some of our speech sounds. Almost all books, if you really dig into them and look into them, you'll be able to find a focus for maybe S blends or some final consonants, or maybe some books are full of the letter B or full of the letter G. And so you can really work on those and point those out to your child every time you read them and have them repeat back after you to practice their speech sounds. That's all I have for today. I hope you all are finding these videos helpful. As always, if you have questions or concerns, don't hesitate to reach out to your SLP with those, and we would be more than happy to help answer them. Thanks so much. Have a great day.